Good morning. This is that girl Goddess, and I want to talk about baby mama drama. Baby mama drama. Female. Just because that man chose not to be with you, don't mean you have the right to keep him from his child. All of the arguing, it's like they left because they couldn't have peace, and you just keeping it going. And a lot of y'all do this foolish stuff because y'all think that another man is going to raise another man baby like it's his. And we have very few men out there that would do it nowadays. And it's not like you serving God and God have that blessing sitting there waiting for you. And then you want to be bitter and angry because people got tired of listening to you argue all day, every day. Pick. And y'all angry. But the truth of it is y'all do too much. A lot of these men, they seen the best in you when they was dating you or courting you. And you was putting on those things. But the problem is y'all only been in a relationship 3 months and you're pregnant. Then you start seeing who they really are when you're not entertaining their agent. But you got a 20-year commitment. Now, I'm going to be the first to say, I don't advocate people just purposely get pregnant and purposely get pregnant and decide to have an abortion. I feel like this. It's birth control pills everywhere, shots, and stop with the lie that you allergic to it. There's very few people that's allergic to that level of contraception. You want to preserve your body. Then put a cap on that soldier. Tell that man to wrap it up. Okay? If you don't want to be a single mom or a single dad, you need to make better choices. We live in a society where everybody will find an excuse not to be responsible. Y'all need to be responsible. Okay? It's called being an adult. You get these baby mamas, the baby wake up 5 o'clock in the morning, maybe in the middle of the night, want a bottle, need to be changed. They drunk, them passed out. They hear the baby, but they don't want to go in there. The baby hollering. Other children can't sleep because the mom don't want to get up to give the baby a bottle. Then they automatically then start putting the baby in their bed. And that's still not going to make them get up. That just make them closer to the baby. And then the men get upset because their significant other that's pregnant or just had the baby won't get up, don't clean no bottles out. You can forget old school sterilization of the bottles because most of the time that's not going to happen. They don't want to change the baby. They realize how expensive diapers are. They keep it on longer than what they should. I tell people, just get you a couple of white towels and you may have to get some kind of bag to put over the towel. And you're going to have to do like old school did and change, when you take that towel off, dump that poop, wash it out, and change them. I mean, that's all you can do. You got to keep their bottom clean. But having babies is no joke. I had to tell people, they'll come, all these people want to have these babies and they look for everybody else and say nobody want to help them. And I tell them in their face, no, you're right. I don't want to help. If it come down to it, I did my share and then some. plan not to have children like that, suffer whatever, and I gotta now take care of your child because you don't want to make the choices to do what's best for your baby. You feel you had this baby that you're entitled to my wallet. And I'm tired of it. I tell people I done provided for so many babies. Y'all having these babies out of wedlock. You know, the godmama, a lot of godmamas are disappearing because they tired. Every penny they get is going to a baby that they didn't make. And you're not even showing gratitude. You'll take, the baby can urinate one time. I don't know what it is about people that are poor. That baby urinate one time, just a little tea. They'll pull that diaper off. Then, when they lay low on diapers, and that's when they low on diapers, they'll do that. And somebody else paid for it. But when they pay for a diaper, and they realize they got to pay for it, that diaper stay on so long, you just look at them like, are you serious? But they are. They're just not ready to be a parent. They don't want to make the sacrifice. You know. And it's a shame. It's a shame. And I tell people, look, you got people sitting up with the EBT bragging, oh, how many baby daddies they got and how much money they get. But I'm going to tell you something. If you not built like that, anointed to raise kids like that, let me tell you something. You ain't going to prosper nothing. That's going to wreak more havoc in your life than anything. I'm going to tell you the truth. You're not going to want to raise all those kids. You're going to be tired of saying, quit, stop, no, don't. Explain everything. See, this is why these children nowadays are half raised, because you have baby mamas. They won't let the father see the baby or have the baby. Don't know if it's really the real daddy. And here come their ignorance. And the reason they don't want you to take the baby with them, because they don't want you to go get one of them over-the-counter DNA tests and swab that baby. They just want the benefits of, and they think the benefits is for them. And they got other children. They trying to get you to pay child support so they can take care of their other children, because they don't have a clue who the daddy is, or he went and got DNA. And even if they did, he's not going to provide for them because she got a bunch of men, which is foolishness. It's still your child. And you look at this situation, you already know it's a train wreck. But a lot of you guys, y'all choose these women with all these children, or you still ain't figured it out. You need to use protection. You buy the protection because you don't want nobody poking no hole in it. Because if they see that you're a good man, they're going to connive against you to get your money, to get you to do your stewardship over their children. But they're foolish. They live deep, not only in sin, but in foolishness. Okay? You can be good, but one man is not enough. They got to get them a girlfriend and another pair and a spare. And then they all fighting each other in the spirit realm. And your life is getting hard because of what they're doing. But that's what foolish people do. They don't try to preserve their life and fight for a blessing or a better lifestyle. They love the chaos. They addicted to it. They want to play prove your love games. They're trying to hustle that dollar they can get on the side. And it may be momentarily, but that's their mindset. See, when you out get with these guys, I look at the baby daddies, y'all got to interview these women and watch them. When you go over their house and their house is constantly filthy, you look around, you don't really see much furniture. They don't have nothing nice. If they have a child may be sleeping on the floor or a mattress on the floor. Some of them in their room, they got mattresses on the floor. And it's filthy. The mattress is filthy. Even the baby mattress that's laying on the floor is filthy. They don't even go get no protective covers. They don't buy a sheet. Okay, they care nothing about a house being utilized as a home. You look at their windows, there's no curtains. If they are, they filthy dirty. You know, if they have blinds, the children tore them up. Everything looks bad. Everything. And I know me, I have too much of everything. Like if you ask me how many deodorants I have, I probably say about 150. And then I have a supply of men deodorant. And that's because I had sons and I bought stuff in abundance. And I would give them out. And when they have friends come over, when they wasn't smelling too good, I give them a washcloth and a thing of deodorant that they can take with them. I'm sorry, I'm looking out here because people driving crazy. But I'm in a parking lot. I'm going to go do my job shortly. You know, I ain't got to be there till about 11. Okay. So you look at stuff, these men, y'all got to think. Y'all need to establish a brotherhood and teach each other what to look for. That woman, she cook, half cook, can't cook, but she don't wash no dishes. Okay. You open her refrigerator most of the time, even if she had an EBT card, at the last 2 weeks of the month, there's no food in the house and a bunch of junk food. Children don't have bedtimes. And this is not just bad parenting. This baby mama drama, because they know them babies need to lay down. They get caught up in a moment and don't care. Okay? And that's drama. Because then that's going to ignite the father or the potential baby daddy or the man who stepped up to be enraged. And then they wonder why they don't get married. Don't nobody want to marry no drama, no chaos, foolishness. And they not stupid to this. Gen Z is a group that decided it when they was born to rebel. That's what they are. They just, everybody's sin coming out of those children, and they being a whooping and a half on everybody, everything. They don't care about their child future, because if they care, they'll teach them, you need to go lay down. You can't sit up all night. You shouldn't be in grown folks' conversation. But you don't get that from people who don't care. Okay? They just had children. They needed a check. They wanted their own place, Section 8 project. Of course, they gonna have children. Then they need to work the men's pockets. The men mad because they putting money somewhere, even though it's supposed to be for the child. They still trying to get the benefits of the relationship. And they fail to realize they don't have a relationship. No. What they have is a situationship that brought forth a child. And the person they got pregnant is not mother material, not wife material. And that's going to be 20 years. Of course, they're going to snap eventually because you get tired. Okay? I'm just telling the truth. You get tired of dealing with that stuff. Excuse me. But I tell these men, because a lot of these men, they don't really want custody of their child. They want to be able to take the child whenever they want to the parent house, back to the baby mama house, so they can do whatever they want to do. But being a father means you have to discipline your life too, to baby. And it's not babysit. Watch your child while the other partner goes to work. Watch your child on your days to watch the child, your visitations, and you're going to have to bathe the child. You're going to have to prepare dinner. Stop taking them to the fast food restaurant. You're going to have to become a parent. You're going to have to teach them how to clean their bodies and everything a child needs to know. Staying out of grown folks' pockets. Don't take money from strangers and adults. Secretly don't be going there and they giving them candy constantly. You got to teach them that even if their house and you have company come over, you got to send them in their room to play, to stay out of adults' faces, because it's not safe. Stay out of your friends' faces. It's not safe. The ridiculousness, and I'm glad laws are beginning to recognize that a man needs to see his child. And if these girls cannot conform to the court order, y'all need to sentence them in jail. I don't care if it's 30 days. You're going to have to let them know you're not playing with them. You can't keep making excuses for females and say they're female, they're a better parent. The devil is a lie. They can be more harmful than the father. Then they get these boyfriends that come over the children, and the children are not safe. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And they know it, but they don't want to break up. Okay? A lot of these females, they'll talk that good game, but when it come down to it, well, child, I need a man in my house. I need help on these bills. It happened to me and I don't care. And, I got to do what I got to do. Those be the responses you get when stuff start coming out. Them children, they have an EBT card and they have a seafood boil. And everybody's eating, and the children don't like crab legs and don't know how to break them. They're not going to give them too many shrimp. So they're going to get some sausage and corn from the seafood boil. They're going to go to bed. And then they're going to sell it because they got to try to impress some man and put some wig on your head. Now, yeah, I have a wig on right now. I just got to have my hair combed because I told everybody the truth. I'm not getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning to be at work at 6 something in the morning and putting an hour or two on my head. I'm not. That's not going to happen. Maybe in the summer. But the time done went back today, and trust me, I ain't really trying to deal with it because I'm like, it went back on the 8th, but whew, I wanted that hour. But I'm out here on time. And then that's another problem. These baby mamas don't teach them nothing about time. The children can lay in the bed till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and they like, they still sleep. I'm going to let them sleep. Some of them ain't even sleep. They just wet on themselves and don't want to get up because they don't want to be in trouble. And they trying to dry off. And not that the mama's going to go in there and wash them up and scrub that mattress and all of that. They're not going to do it. They don't really want to be a parent. And the baby dad wonder what's wrong with them. The baby mama's upset because you're not buying their foolishness. You're not trying to set your life up to be their idiot. And they're angry. They frustrated. And now the government is coming in and they've been had this get a job and they not receiving benefits and they literally got to pay their rent. They in Section 8. How do you not pay $13, $50 for rent? And you have cash benefits, but you can go buy a $400 wig. $200 wig with a $200 wig installed, and all they doing is putting a little glue around the edges of your head. Come on now. I tell people you so fast out here to try to make that wig look like it's your own that you ain't even using common sense. That glue didn't cost that much to go around that wig. It's only going to last for a couple of days. Okay? But you're trying to prove hair is yours that's not yours. That's the problem. And I tell people, first of all, that's foolishness. You color women go buy hair that belong to a Caucasian, most of y'all, or Mexican, and try to post it's yours, but you got extra. It ain't just 4C hair, it's 4E hair. And you trying to pass that off as yours, and people know you and know the grade of your hair, and you trying to pass that off, and then you don't just get like a 14-inch or 16-inch install. You get an install that's 26, 32, 34 inches. It don't even make sense. Trying to be another culture that you're not. And then everybody wants, oh, that look good. No, it doesn't look good. No, we don't believe it's yours. And when you have the net, you see all them little speckles, but your children don't have what they need because you buying a wig install. Baby mama drama. And you got to get your nails did. Why can't you just clean your nails, file them, shape them a little bit, and put some nail polish on them, let them dry? Y'all got to have a nails that is 2 inches long, and half of y'all can't work them. Now, I done seen women with some extra long nails, and I'm talking about at least 4 inches, 4 or 5 inches. You never smell them. I have seen them cook. They brush up under their nails, clean their nails, and they can cook. And they can chop that food up. It was one lady, she had her nails, she had to broke a record. And her job was putting on eyelash extensions. And she was good. So people can holler all day, I know you can't do this and that. That's not true. That's not true. But I done seen women with short nails and they not clean. And they can't cook. And they can't do eyelash extensions. You can't sit around and say what a person can't do. You just say, I perceive that person not to be clean just for the fact of their nails, and they have to prove to me that they're able to do their daily functions. Oh, well. And a lot of them that have them real long, they have their nails did at home, most of them. They do it. Sometimes they go to the salon and have extra acrylic or gel put on it to save them. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But nonetheless, we talking about this baby mama drama. Because the baby mama drama is not just for the dad, it's also for everybody else. The relatives dealing with their crap, they tired of seeing their kids all the time. And that don't mean you don't love your nieces and nephews and the little babies in the family. It just means the reason you didn't have children because you didn't want to spend time doing parental things. And you want to enjoy your life like you planned it. You don't want to spend money buying no diapers because somebody want to have a child they can't afford. And when they have you buy diapers, you buying diapers all the time. You buying milk, that case of milk, and the formula's expensive. I mean, it just goes beyond the norm. And you're trying to, stay afloat. And I tell people, look, that's baby mama drama. Don't nobody want to be bothered with all that, and you ain't taught your kids to sit down, then you want to say, don't spank my child. And your child running around acting like Freddy Krueger and Jason. Michael Myers. And I tell people, if you discipline them in the beginning, you can just do a tap on the hand and say no. They not going to like that and frown. Because most children don't like being looked upon as not being good. They don't like your disapproval. Okay? But no, you want to argue with adults. And then them kids stand there, you ain't gonna touch me and you ain't gonna do this. And I go over there, tap. Now go sit down. Grab them. Put them in the corner. I say, and don't move. If they want to run out, I pop them real hard one time. And then they recognize they can't overthrow me. And they go somewhere and sit down, be miserable. To their punishment, it's over. It's just like the cats I got. I don't let this girl gave me these cats. This cat literally came up to me and was like, "Rah!" And looked behind, and I'm supposed to chase it to put some extra food in the. I looked at that cat one day, grabbed that cat, and popped it on the behind and say, no, go sit down. I'm the one who trains. That cat now, they know they cannot walk all over my furniture. Okay? Now, when I'm not at home, I don't know, but I know it ain't much because I don't have cat hair everywhere. The cat knows now I feed you when I put the food in the bowl. And it's a double feeder. You're getting no more than that. That's it. I had a cat that I literally was feeding them out of the dog bowl, filling it up 2 and 3 times a day. And I look, and I'm buying more and more cat litter. I put them cats in the cat's place. Change their cat litter, yes, and keep the cat litter box clean. And, okay, it's not like I was doing. And that's because people don't want to raise their children or train their pets. And I hate to see somebody with pets in the house and kids running around unkept, laying on the floor, and the dog not trained and peeing everywhere and pooping and the cat doing it. And because I seen cats, you can have cat litter in and they don't even know what cat litter is. You can get them street cats in your house. Fleas and all that kind of stuff. And then when they realize they got to be responsible for the pet, for their child, that's when they don't want the pet. The lady who gave me these 2 kittens that I'm raising, they not kitten, they cats. One of them, he probably about, I'm going to say 9 months. The other one's grown. When I say, she told me right now she got 11 cats. I said, baby, don't nobody need no dog on 11 cats. And she told me her boyfriend's getting on her and telling her she need to get the cat spaded and then the other one neutered. And I was like, yeah. But then we have an overpopulation. And I know it's a struggle to buy the food for all those cats. And the cat litter. The cat litter ain't cheap. And with all them cats, man, you got multiple cat litter boxes. And then it has an odor. And then you got kids around. And if you don't train cats be on top of everything. They're not even normal till you set your boundaries with them. And then they wonder why the dad come over and complaining and this and that. And you pick up a plate and there's cat hair on it. You know, you got a cat, you're going to have to put them dishes away in the cabinet. Okay? You're going to have to wash, dry them, and put them where they belong. You're going to have to wipe down that table several times. Okay? Till you get them cats trained. And I had cat for years, and I had my dining room table set. Fine dining, china, and all of that. I don't have not one dish broke. Ain't none of the crystal broke. Glasses, they ain't knocked over. They ain't moved out of place. When I go wipe down and put the pledge on top of the woodwork of the dining room table, y'all have not one hair. Okay, but what I will have, because I have chair covers over my chairs, is the cat will lay in get in the seat of the chair. And they don't like to be seen. A lot of times they like to hide under there. But, okay, I'm in the South. We have field mice. They got to come in and do their job. And that's why I look at people like, look, you're going to have to raise your children and your pets. It's frustrating dealing in a house that's like a zoo. Children running, getting up. This one got up at 7 o'clock crying. I want to sleep with mom, and want to cry 2 hours. And you got a man sitting there and he looking like, no. And you want to say, that's my baby. And then the child feel he can run over the other adult. You tell the father tell the child to sit down. And for some reason, the mothers don't think that the father is the parent. And I'm like, he have the same authority as you do to tell that child to sit down. Then you say, well, he won't come get the kids because the kids so doggone bad. He taking them over to his mom's house. He may live with his mom and the child is all the way out of order. Then they got you coming over trying to raise his mama when she's telling them that child the truth. That child need to sit down. That child is doing too much. That child shouldn't be going toe to toe with no adults. They can't keep the children in school. The teachers can't teach the children because they do not honor now I'm gonna use the word honor. I'm gonna say they don't respect the teachers, the principal, the staff, no adult. And how were these children born like that? These children just came out different. No, them children's a reflection of your sin. You don't honor God. You don't honor his word. You have no respect. Okay? And your kids ain't far from you. We're tired of the baby drama. Let them kids be raised by their fathers and have respect. And some of the men, y'all just did it for a check. Y'all know them wasn't no baby daddy material. Pookie and Ray Ray got about 100 children in the projects, and everybody children, and they talking about, well, and they all got the same daddies, but your mamas don't want you around this person. That's that child's sister or brother. Y'all need to come up off of it. Stop the foolishness. The baby drama need to stop. And Pookie and Ray Ray ain't going to be ordered to pay child support because he couldn't afford to pay child support for about 100 children. Then you want to try to put it on another man and be mad at another female. Baby mama drama. Y'all wasn't in no relationship, but you want to have drama because he ain't watching the child or raising the child. Child, bye. You knew you had a hot mess. You just wanted a check so you can get out of your mom's house and bring mail company in and be all out of order. It's called baby mama drama. You don't want to dress in modest apparel and present yourself. They need to start giving tickets for indecent exposure again. Because you don't have enough sense to go to school and have some clothes on. You want to be in some see-through pants and top. And there's children in the school. And all the children are teasing your child because of the way you dress. Your breath is humping when you come. You have on the clothes that you wore to the nightclub. And here you coming in, musty, breath stinking, hair looking disarrayed, trying to get them kids to school, talking crazy. Kids hungry, half clean, and they telling off the teacher. See, in Michigan, they'll give you a ticket. Your child get to acting like that, you gonna go to court, you may get a $500 ticket. Okay, they're not buying all that. And then you get mad when the president say we need to bring the paddle back to school. What he's saying is you need to spank your child at home and raise them before you get there. And they need to know there's consequences when they're dealing with adults like they are adults. We need some order. But I'm that girl goddess. I'm going to stop this video right here. But I just wanted to make this video so A lot of men can know it's not you. That female you had that baby by is foolish. Has no order. Had the children for the wrong reason. But you allowed it because you could have wrapped it up. Save yourself 20 years of being in a stressful situation with a child out of control. A child that doesn't have a certain lifestyle above poverty. A child born without another parent to co-parent and love and respect you, not on the hustle for your wallet. Let's make better choices. And y'all need to tell the women, y'all need to get on some birth control pills. And you can't make them swallow it. Because when they want that check, they'll do whatever. But you can do your part and wrap it up if you don't see that as wifey material. Want to be stuck with for 20 years. Okay? I'm that girl goddess. Y'all be blessed. Bye.